What's up, everybody? It's What's the Biz with TJ, and I'm here with Trey Hope. What's up, Trey?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain.
Well, first off, thank you so much for coming here and talking with me. I'm really excited to have you on. Trey is the creator of Triumphant Designs, which is a development company that creates mobile apps for its customers. I got that.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
All right, cool. And I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really important to get you on the show because we don't really see a lot of black people, black men in IT. You know what I mean? So how did you get started? Like, what made you get into developing mobile apps?
So my mother, she used to develop websites when she was, I guess, maybe in her 20s and 30s when I was younger. And I kind of just used to shadow her and just like look at, what she was working on. And it just kind of was pretty cool to me to see her create something but never have to leave the house for different clients. And so I guess subconsciously, I just kind of fell into the appreciation for computers and logic and things like that. So by the time I got to college, I was like, let me just try out computer science. And from there, I just got a huge passion for development. And, at that point, I saw where mobile apps was going. It was starting to become the future, and I just went into it that way.
Okay. And so you're Dayton, born and raised? Or?
I like to say Trotwood more.
Yeah, that's good.
You got to take pride in where you're from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dayton's a nice city, don't get me wrong. But, I'm from a different side of Dayton, I guess.
Yeah, but I noticed, that's something I noticed about you, like when we met and when we have conversations, you're always bringing up Trotwood. How did you decide to make your own business and creating mobile apps?
Well, I won't say I always, but probably maybe a couple years after I graduated, I then got the idea that I wanted to work for myself, you know what I mean? I didn't like the idea of having such a valuable skill set and only applying it to someone else's work. So from that point on, I was just like, well, let me at least try to get my feet wet and understanding how businesses ran so I can try to do this myself in a couple years. And that's kind of how I fell into it. Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of us are too. Like, we're just tired of being so talented and giving all of our talents to, a bigger entity and just being in a space where we want to create our own business. So I like that, especially when it comes to mobile apps. So what do your customers look like? Like who can come and get a mobile app made by Trey Hope?
Anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel me? I don't discriminate when it comes to the development, but for the most part, the people that do hit me up are usually people, millennials. I say the most. Usually millennials who are like me, tired of working, and they're trying to get something off the ground for themselves. So they usually come to me with just a business that they've kind of been working on. So I say people usually 20, 30-year-old range. That's what they look like.
So the latest thing that you have is Hidden Gems, which is a mobile app that you've created for the city of Dayton, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think it's so cool because it's kind of like its own, like when you, well, first of all, explain the idea to me and then I'll kind of go into that.
So the idea behind Hidden Gems was simply the kind of like Yelp before Dayton artists. And I noticed that Dayton artists coming from a city such as, what we're speaking of, there's not a lot of exposure when it comes to their talents. And when there is exposure, it's very limited. So my whole thing was I wanted to give back to the city, but also, kind of push my development skills the same way. And so I thought, what better idea than an app for the city of Dayton that can do that. So that's essentially what it is. It allows you to see different musicians, artists, photographers, videographers, things like that. And then from there, you can reach out to them and contact them for work. Or if you just want to stay in tune with them and follow them on social networks, you can do that as well. But just a one-stop location for all that to happen.
Yeah, so what I was saying was I really like that idea of having that because, like you said, it's a one-stop shop. Yeah. So if I go on there and I'm looking for people to interview, I have all of these entrepreneurs to kind of reach out to. Or if someone is looking for someone to interview them, they can go on there and probably look up, someone in my profession or, So it's like an easy way instead of, like, Facebook is cool, but it's not for that. It's for communication. And like when I looked at the app a while ago, it kind of reminded me of like MySpace a little, like just that feel. Not the same thing, but It's just like going to people's profiles and then being able to check out their work through their social media. So I thought that was really smart. How many users do you have on there right now?
As of right now, I believe it's maybe 15, 16, something like that. No more than 20, but about 15, 16.
Okay, and you created this app a little less than a month ago. Maybe about 3 weeks ago.
Yep. Pretty soon. Yep.
And I saw the article in the Dayton Tech Guide, just kind of like commemorating you on that and really explaining what exactly Hidden Gems is and calling for people to kind of test it out. So if you are someone and you have your own business or you're a creative, download Hidden Gems on iOS and what else?
iOS and Android.
Okay, all I know is iOS, but Android too. And download Hidden Gems. It's exactly how it sounds. I'll put it down at the bottom, but make sure you test it out, and so you can let Trey know what you like to see on there, what's popping on there, what you like on there, and what all of that good stuff. So what's next?
So what's next? Great question. So now I'm working on a couple mobile apps for different clients. I have a friend from college who has a nanny sitting service, and she needed an app for that. So I've been working on that. Right now I'm working on 2 apps. Also still working on Hidden Gems. I'm trying to keep that going, making new updates, getting feedback from people on what they want to see in the next update. So just making more apps and just, trying to see where this can go.
That's dope. So I would really encourage you, if you have a business or anything, maybe like a club, or there's all these mom groups that I know, like maybe you could, instead of doing a Facebook group, we could hit up Trey and he could make an app for us. Or
yeah, I like that.
I feel like there's different, don't limit yourself to just like what's available. Invest and actually have an app. Like, how cool is that? Okay, so Trey, you can be found on all social media platforms, right?
Yeah.
Well, the major ones.
Yeah.
All of them?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think, all of them. We got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah.
Well, what's your name? Let them know.
So you can find Triumphant Designs on pretty much all main social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. I even have a YouTube channel where I put up various, videos about my development process. So you can follow me anywhere and stay in touch with everything that I'm working on.
Alright, y'all, make sure y'all follow Trey. Make sure y'all check him out. Make sure you guys expand your minds and get an app made. Come on, support our local businesses. This man is working hard. He is talented. Trust me. Download Hidden Gems. Again, I'm going to say that again. And yeah, tune in to the next What's the Biz episode. Okay? Bye, y'all.